Gonna go.
Go on then.
You look beaming, Keith.
No, that's just time degradation or sleep degradation.
What was the result last night? I don't know. I really don't know.
We won 1-0.
Who are we playing?
Fulham.
Top of the
Top
league.
of league.
Very good.
Enjoy.
Yeah, it was good. It was good to be there. The fans were terrific last night for a change.
The stats didn't read that way though, Keith.
Stats mean nothing.
The only thing that's important is that stat at the end.
Yeah, it's the 3 points that matter.
Yeah, 1-0.
It's the stat after 3 minutes.
Keith,
Yes.
would you say that's the best goal you've seen by United for 4 or 5 years?
2 seconds. Sorry.
All right.
Which do you think might be the most recent best one then, Chris?
That one.
What are you thinking of?
Well, I can't think of a better goal that I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
You are.
Scored it?
It might try logging out.
Who scored the goal?
Try again. All right.
The unpronounceable. I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Ilya Ndai.
Indeed. Exceptional. Unbelievable goal.
And I will run 500 miles.
Very good, Keith. Very, very good. I like that. I like that. That's very good, Keith.
It is good.
Yeah.
Was it better than the Tony Fields goal of my youth?
Oh, that was a great goal. I do remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There for that
It
one.
was, but I think he's a nicer person than Tony Field was.
But by all accounts, yes. Allegedly, Keith. Allegedly, by all
Can
accounts.
United get a room?
Yeah.
Well, look, Father Christmas.
It was possibly the best win of any team this year in the league.
I think that's stretching it a bit.
I can't think of many better than that.
Were you at home?
No.
I can
We
think
won-
about Fulham will win at Blackburn
Were you at home or away?
away.
Very
Oh,
much
that's
away.
even better. That's away. That's a tremendous result.
First time they've lost at home.
No, second time, Chris.
Is it?
You're on a roll, mate. On a roll.
Didn't they lose to Reading, I think?
All
One
right.
of the first matches of the season.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Dave the Beard
Talking about cricket, isn't it?
and struggling.
There's not a lot to say about the cricket, is there? Really?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
We no longer play it, do we?
But apart from always wear your box when you're practicing and when you're playing, the ball isn't aware of whether it's practice or whether it's a match.
It's still very hard.
When you say the ball, do you mean
The ball. No, I mean the ball.
Ah,
And then the farce of, because he's off injured, he can't enter the field of play till a certain time has elapsed, and therefore our opening bowler ends up bowling off spinners, the Australians. I'm sorry, turn it off.
really?
It's a mess.
Who was bowling off spins?
Robinson, because there's nobody else on the field. And leg spinners from Milan. I mean, seriously, guys, seriously, that's just utter nonsense. It's just nonsense.
I'd like to know how many times Milan bowled in outside of the Test match this year. It would be interesting to know if he did at all, because I don't remember him bowling at all anywhere.
He wouldn't bowl for Yorkshire, would he?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
he used to turn his arm over a bit for Middlesex.
Did he? Did he?
Yeah.
You might have to bowl for Yorkshire next year.
That's if they start.
Yeah.
Aye. Right. Well, we'll
Haven't we started yet? All right.
until Dave the Beard manages to get in. He's struggling to get a connection at the moment. So
Right.
So, John, have we got any news of the group?
Not a lot, really. I was going to say I was talking to Richard in bed last night, but that'd give you the wrong impression. Richard was in his bed, I was at home, and I was speaking with him, and he's got super long man flu. Hello, Dave. Yeah.
Morning, all. Sorry. Connection
So we
problem.
won't be at the meeting tomorrow, or the meal, but I don't think we're expecting him at the meal. I've had a
No.
message from Glyn this morning, who's hyper excited, wants to see us all, loves us all, and
that's
he's going to do a
brilliant.
solo version of Keep On Running, including with Spencer Davis keyboard.
Oh yeah. It's
I've talked to 3 or 4 of the lads in the last couple of days that everybody's just waiting for Christmas, fed up with COVID, but nobody's got any serious issues. There's a couple of the lads who aren't that good, and that's Eric and Little Dave from Intake, who are feeling the depression of the season a bit, but I think Eric might be there tomorrow.
They're both Wednesdayites then.
Both Wednesdayites,
Yeah.
both good, nice, intelligent people, unlike
It's when you were saying the depression of the season.
Careful, you could
Well,
lose friends. You
Wednesday
could
I
lose
forgot
friends
what
here,
we're
John.
impressed about, yeah. You what, mate?
I said you could lose friends here if you go wrong in this conversation.
Yeah.
Right. Okay,
Can I ask about Ian? This is,
Ian's not with us because he's got to prepare for a presentation to Prince Charles.
okay.
Right.
The people from the Cranwell, the Cranwell,
Cranwellians,
or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Cranwellians.
I think he's up to.
I think he is feeling the tension.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that contributed to his early bath last week.
That's okay. That's fine.
I have contacted him, and
Yeah, he should be back in January,
yes, yeah,
but he just felt he needed a break, and he was under a lot of pressure.
yes, under more pressure than what we're under, I think.
We acted out.
Moves in different circles to us.
He does.
Certainly does.
Well, I mean, that's the
But
unfortunate.
not better.
It's not him who's giving the presentation to Prince Charles. He's got to give it, prepare it for somebody else, which seems a bit.
Like an air vice marshal or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
right,
No, as long as it's okay.
Yeah.
he's all right. He's fine. He's good. So, Chris, have we got any Christmas films, sporting films to go on about?
I've got some gems and some surprises.
Ooh.
Right, this is 2 weeks worth, by the way.
Right. Okay.
Christmas special, like the Radio Times.
This is not quite, no, it's not the Radio Times. Here we go. Right, this is the first lot. It's from today to Christmas Eve.
Right.
Is that fair enough? Today to Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Sky Documentaries tonight, today, 6:45 is a replay of Dittori, if anyone missed it. Sky Comedy as one of an absolute gem of a comedy, if you like Will Ferrell. It's called Blades of Glory, and I had to put that in. John, have you seen that?
Yeah, superb film.
Blades of Glory. It's on at 9 o'clock. I said it's about ice skating, but it's not really, is it, John?
No, no.
But it's a brilliant parody of ice skating.
Yeah, Jenny's confirming it's brilliant. Yeah.
Jenny, well,
Back in the kitchen, woman.
if Jenny says it's good, then I'm giving it a 4-star Radio Times rating. It's that funny.
Wasn't it on last night at 7:45?
Well, it could have been. I've only spotted it at 9 o'clock today.
It was on
No.
Sky Sports at 7:45 last night.
They do get
Sky Sports.
Yeah, the Blades of Glory.
Oh, the Blades of Glory. Well, I couldn't resist putting it on, could I? But
Oh dear.
it's very
Oh,
apt.
yeah.
Right. Now, I'll only mention this once if possible, but starting yesterday on ITV4, they've got Rocky, every film in a loop. So if I say to you, Rocky 2 is on tonight at 9 o'clock, it's on every night at 9 o'clock, and then it starts again. So dip your foot in there if you want to, but Rocky from 1 to 5 is on a loop on ITV4, which is a Freeview channel. Right, we'll nip to Wednesday, this Wednesday.
Yes. Oh.
Hey, you never say that word.
The day before Thursday. Yep.
Okay, the day after Tuesday. Okay, yeah. Right, tomorrow on Wednesday, the Sky Documentaries. I've got 2 motor racing films, F1 films, really. One is McLaren, which is the life story of Bruce McLaren. That's at 12:40 p.m. on Sky Documentaries.
Ron Springgate's reserve goalkeeper.
No, it's nothing to do with Wednesday. Okay,
That was Roy McLaren.
okay, John. It's get off this now.
Sorry.
John, that was Roy McLaren.
Well, I know that, mate. I know Ron, but McLaren was enough to stir me.
Right.
Sorry, Chris.
It's perfectly all right, John.
Yeah.
Now, I've put the next one in because I think we are Steve McQueen fans, or a lot of us are.
Yes.
Right. At 5:20 on Sky Documentaries on Wednesday is I Am Steve McQueen, and I've included it because there's a lot of motor racing in it and his love and joy of motor cars and racing and everything else that we know about him. And I've seen it and I give it a 4-star rating. That's a me rating.
Yeah, I'll go along with that, Chris. Yeah.
Somewhere, I can't find it, but in the Christmas schedules, there is a documentary about the film he didn't get released, which is called Champion. And the film failed. It was never released, and it was his pride and joy. So if you see it, please tell me, or watch it and then tell me. It came out at the same time as Grand Prix with James Garner. He tried to make the world's greatest ever F1 film, and for various reasons it failed. It didn't get released. Okay. Also on yeah, that's true. Also on Wednesday, Sky Comedy. I've called it NASCAR, but really it's Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell. So I've mentioned it before. It's one of the funniest films I've ever seen. But then again, I like Will Ferrell. Sacha Baron Cohen's in it. J.C. Riley. It's on at 5 to 6, and it's a brilliant comedy. And then, of course, we have Rocky on ITV4 at 9 o'clock. That's Rocky 3. Thursday, Sky Documentaries again, guys. Good channel. Busby's on. Made in 2019. It's obviously the life story and life and times of Matt Busby. Sky Documentaries, 11:15 a.m. There's not a lot else on, apart from Rocky, which is on ITV4 Freeview channel at 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's a dreadful film, the one with Dolph Lundgren in Russia.
Isn't that a coincidence, Chris?
What? Hello? Hello, Ron.
Isn't it a coincidence that it's 9 o'clock on Channel 4?
It's 9 o'clock on Channel 4, Ron, yeah.
Never mind.
No, I won't bother watching this one. It's the one in Russia. No. Anyway, Christmas Eve. The only sport film I could find on Christmas Eve is, guess what?
Rocky 15.
Rocky 74. It's Rocky 5. It's dreadful, but it is on at 9 o'clock.
Is that the title? Rocky 5 in brackets. It's dreadful.
It really is poor. It's the bottom of the curve before it starts to go back up again, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
Okay. Christmas Day. Now, Christmas Day as the greatest film ever made in my library. I refer to the great sports film on BBC Prime Time, BBC 2, Christmas Day, 5:20. Okay, one of the greatest sports films ever made. It's Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland in the 80-year-old. Okay, spectacular action film that the Radio Times gives 5 stars to. And the reason it's a sport film is obvious. There's archery. There's riding. And Trigger is in this for Keith. Trigger's in this.
Why, of course it is, yes.
Olivia de Havilland's horse is actually
Trigger.
And of course, some of the greatest fencing ever filmed. It's fantastic. It won 3 Oscars. It's my favourite film. It was a perfect excuse to tell you about it today.
And you know, Olivia de Havilland only died this year.
I know. Yeah. It's incredible.
The music's superb.
Oh,
it's a great film. Yeah.
Eric Cornfield's score won the Oscar. Corngold.
Yeah.
Won the score. Won the best original score for the Oscar. It's an amazing film. 2 directors to get it made. Ended up being Curtiz, who did 12 films, I think, with Errol Flynn. Anyway, I'll get off that because I'm going to go.
I'm with you there, Chris.
I'm going to go and watch it when we finish this call. I'm just going to get into training and watch a bit of it. Okay, Sky Documentaries, back to normality. Sky Documentaries on Christmas Day has got Ferrari, which is obviously the story of. That's at 7 p.m. And at 9 p.m, Senna, which again is pretty obvious what that's about. It's been on before, but it's a very, very fine documentary. So that's at 9 o'clock. So Ferrari, followed by Senna. And Missile from the East, somebody mentioned they'd seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Dave, and it's a good film, isn't it?
Excellent.
That's on Sky Documentaries, because it's a true story. That's on at 11 o'clock. So if you need to watch anything on Christmas Day, apart from the brilliant adventures of Robin Hood, Sky Documentaries.
What's Missile from the East about?
It's about an East German motorcycle racer who defects to the West, and it's his story.
Okay.
It's a film. It's a film of a man's true life story.
Did he do a Steve McQueen and go on his bike over the fence?
Dave's your man. Dave's the expert on Missile from the East.
Well, no, the only thing is the chap who helps him to defect to the East is the main man at Suzuki. And after he defects to the East, he ends up going over to Suzuki to work there, taking all the secrets from it was MZ, the motorbike company. And he took all the secrets to Suzuki. And from then on, they started winning all the races, whereas it was MZ before that. Yeah. And he spoke to a lot of his his friends who were, some were glad that he'd taken the step to take his family to the West, but a lot of them were bitter in so much as industrial espionage, really.
Yeah.
The people who taught him all he knows and the secret of success. It was all to do with the exhaust system, evidently. A lot of it was to do with the exhaust system to get more power. I don't understand it myself, but that's how it worked out.
Fascinating.
But it's excellent. It is good. It's really, really good.
By the way, I've just noticed that
thanks, David.
Collins won the prize for the best jumper this year.
Definitely.
Red and white stripes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Santa
you don't get that many chances to. I feel good, really good about it.
That's true, Colin. That's true. Well, Christmas Day, still on Christmas Day. Guess what's on ITV4 at 9 o'clock?
Rocky 6.
Rocky 1.
Oh.
Of which I do give that a personal 5-star rating. That's a cracking film. If you'd never seen Rocky and it came on and you saw it, think how good it is as a film from nowhere. It's a really good film. Anyway, ITV4.
It is particularly as he wrote it,
Yeah.
and then they wanted to put somebody else in the role, and he said, "No, I'm going to do it." And they said, "Well, nobody's ever heard of you." And
That's right.
he
That's right,
held
Keith.
his-
Yeah.
he held his ground, and
Yeah.
The rest
Terrific
is. Yeah.
And the music's inspirational.
yes.
I find it ironical that a lot of real life tough boxers enter the ring with that as their music, which is a fictional character. It's amazing.
At the New York Marathon, there is a high school band that play the Rocky theme at a particular spot on the marathon. And they play it constantly for 4 hours. It's the only piece of music they play. But after a while, some of the people in the band said, "I think we ought to play something else." And so one year they didn't play Rocky. They got so many complaints because they weren't playing Rocky at that particular corner that they vowed that they would never ever change it again. And so from that day on, they play that particular piece of music everywhere.
Which marathon is that, Paul?
New York Marathon.
The New York Marathon. That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
The only other, and very loosely, Slumdog Millionaire is on Christmas Day, but it's on at 20 past midnight. Slumdog Millionaire, why have I put that in as a sport film?
Cricket.
Is
Correct.
it to do with the winning question?
Is it the winning question? Yes, it's the winning question, isn't it? Is it the winning question? Who's got the most centuries in first class cricket? And he gets it right, which is an amazing answer for a young Indian boy.
And what is the answer?
Jack Hobbs. Jack Hobbs. 199 first class centuries.
Wow.
Wow.
197. 199,
I thought it was
is it?
197.
199.
Oh,
Who did he play for?
It played for. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Hobbs and Sutcliffe.
Hobbs and Sutcliffe.
1930s. Yeah.
That's right.
Just think, if it had been around now, it'd be double that amount of centuries, the amount of games that they play now compared to back in the 30s.
Yes, but the county championship in those days
because he won't
was
play as many games.
I suppose so. Yeah.
Yeah, they played a lot of games, but it's a good observation. Yeah.
And if you play for England, they get out anyway.
He'd have been rotated. Like England's batsmen are all rotating.
They're rotating themselves, Peter.
Can you imagine Hobbs and Sutcliffe on a rotation?
Yeah. It'd be Sutcliffe and Hobbs 1 week and Hobbs and Sutcliffe the next.
Even before that, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, even before Hobbs and Sutcliffe, his opening partner was Wilfred Rhodes.
Well, yes.
Can you imagine rotating Wilfred Rhodes?
Well, he wouldn't allow it. He wouldn't have allowed it. No.
Yeah, I was in pantomime with Herbert Sutcliffe's daughter-in-law. Yeah.
Good, Chris.
Really?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I was.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, yes, I was.
Hey,
Did he
she's
come up-
behind you.
She was behind me at one point, yeah.
Oh, the old ones are always the best ones. Boxing Day, very little, just repeats. There's Dettori on again on Sky Documentaries. And Caddyshack, that hasn't been on a lot recently, has it?
No.
That's 8 o'clock on Sky Comedy. Okay, on the back straight here, the last few. Monday the 27th, there's a martial arts film on Sky Documentaries. It's I Am Bruce Lee. It's the life story of Bruce Lee. So that's on Sky Documentaries. And for some reason, I haven't written down the time it's on, but I'm sure you've always got something to refer to. Also on Sky Documentaries is a repeat of Gascoigne on the 27th, and Sky Family, which is not a channel that I've often looked at. Sky Family, it's channel 306. There's a racing car film called Speed Racer. It's a drama, it's a film, it's on at 7:30. I have not seen it, but if you're thirsting for speed, there's a film called Speed Racer. Tuesday the 28th, a thing I'm going to definitely record. It's on Sky Documentaries at 12:10 a.m. It says here. Oh, that's right. But it's Lennox, and it's the story of obviously Lennox Lewis, and it's got tremendous write-ups. It was only made in 2020. So I'm going to record that and look forward to looking at that. Senna is repeated later in the day, and Venables, Terry Venables, A Man Can Dream documentary is on at 6 o'clock. I have seen, yes, Paul, yeah. I've seen that, and it's a blooming good film, isn't it?
Yeah, so he did so much in his life.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. So that's on at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Here's one for the wrestling fans amongst us. On Wednesday, the 29th, there's Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that, John?
I have. It's good. It's very good.
It's a good film. It's on at 12.
It was even better in Princess Bride. Yeah.
Indeed, he was. He was well known for being the giant, wasn't he, in Princess Bride? An amazing man, 7 foot tall, 520 pounds, died at only 46. What of? Well, the giantism, he suffered from giantism, didn't he? So he tragically died at only 46 in France.
Problems at the end.
Yeah, was it, Ron? Yeah, I can imagine. It's an HBO production, and two of us at least have seen it once. So it's very good. On BBC 4 on the 29th at 11 o'clock at night, there's the Williams F1 in the Blood. I haven't seen it, but I'm going to. I'm going to record that. It's obviously the life story, not quite up to the year of his death, which was only this year, of Frank Williams, of course. And apparently it's another very, very good documentary on BBC 4, which is a Freeview channel. And to finish off on Wednesday the 29th, American football, The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler is on at 8 o'clock. It's a remake, obviously, of Mean Machine, which starred Burt Reynolds in the 70s. Okay, so it's been on before. It's, in my opinion, it's not as good as Burt's film, but it's a good effort. Thursday the 30th of December, there's Dodgeball. I don't know what to call that, whether it's sport or comedy. It's at 1:45 a.m. Okay, so that's one for the record button. If you've never seen it, it's quite funny. Dodgeball, a true underdog story.
Yeah.
But on ITV3 at 8 o'clock, obviously a lot earlier in the evening, there is a really, I think, a well-made film called Torvill and Dean. It was originally a series of episodes, but this is being shown in its film version. So it's one film, and it's the drama of the true story of Torvill and Dean, and it's on at 8 o'clock. I think it's worth watching. Okay, New Year's Eve. I've nearly got there, Keith. Just New Year's Eve. There's a repeat of Missile from the East and Gascoigne on Sky Documentaries. And there's a film called Vertical Limit on Great Movies, which is a Freeview channel. Vertical Limit is rock climbing, basically. It's a film drama. Yeah. It's on at 10 to 5. I haven't seen it myself.
I have.
And that brings us to basically New Year's Day and the end of my film review.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
It's just like having Mark Commode with us.
Yeah.
Robin Hood.
Yes, Robin Hood.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
What a fantastic sports film.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, this is almost a new record. We Dave's news of the week with 8 minutes or so, Dave. So crack on.
Why don't we do something else and then start next one?
Mushroom first bits.
Well, I'll tell you what then. Hang on, Dave. Sorry. What you saying, John?
No, I think, have we got a quiz or something to slot in for this time so that Dave can then do an uninterrupted thing?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Right. I've got a question for you then. I've got a question for you. which team recorded their 2000th top flight win this last week?
Liverpool.
Liverpool, yeah.
Liverpool.
That's correct. And do we know who's in second place behind them?
Is it Everton?
No,
Arsenal.
it's Arsenal. Yes, I think it's 73 or 74 games behind them. So the next question is, who recorded their 500th Premier League win this week?
Man City.
Man City.
Man City. And in doing so, they broke 3 records. You know what they were?
Quickest to get there.
Longest winning run.
No.
Was longest winning
It's to
run
do
one
with
of
the
them.
it's to do with the calendar year.
Most goals, most wins.
Most wins in a calendar year. Yeah, that's right. 34, beating whose record? Whose previous record?
Arsenal.
Man United.
No,
And you.
I'm surprised.
Liverpool.
It's Liverpool. Yeah. And the second record is the most to do with wins again.
Most away wins.
Most away wins.
Consecutive wins.
No, it's most away
Away wins.
calendar year.
Mm.
And the third one is the highest number of goals in a calendar year. And please don't ask me, because I found the piece of information, but it didn't tell me how many they'd actually scored. So, but apparently,
A lot.
when they beat Dirty Leeds 7-0, I think they.
I was amazed.
I know when they beat Newcastle that they broke all those records.
I was amazed when they won 7-0. I thought, oh, they'll have overtaken Liverpool's goal difference, but they haven't.
No.
Liverpool's still ahead on goal difference. Yeah.
Well, they're not anymore, are they? They're level. Liverpool head on goals scored, I think.
Not sure.
Yeah. No, it's the fourth goal against Newcastle drew them level.
Yeah.
I was on a national disciplinary panel that night, and the two other guys on it were Liverpool fans, and we had a bit of a break, and they said, "Oh, here's a poor result. Man City have beat Leeds 7-0, and it's a terrible result because we're Liverpool fans." So I interrupted and I said, "I'm a Sheffield United fan. It's a great result."
Well done, Brian. Well done.
Here's a question. I don't know the answer to this one, but I've been meaning to ask this. Who scored a Test century on his first and last appearance?
Cook. Jack Warner.
I don't know if anybody knows the answer.
First and last appearance since.
First and last innings in Test cricket, he scored a century in each.
Seymour Nurse.
Is it?
No, I'm saying. I'm just thinking.
Right.
I think
he only got 250 in his last Test appearance, and then retired. But no, I don't know. I don't know the answer. It's a good question.
No, it's an interesting one.
Alistair Cook got one on his last, didn't he? So
yes, he did.
What did he do on his debut? Can't remember.
To look at Wikipedia on that one.
Yeah. So somebody will be
just looking now.
Go on, Ron.
Somebody else ask a question while he's looking.
Yeah.
Which snooker player, a world champion on 8 occasions in the 50s and 60s, died aged 75 on Christmas Day?
Joe Davis.
1998.
Joe Davis.
No.
Fred Davis.
No. Who said?
Fred Davis.
Yes, Keith's right. John Pullman.
John Pullman. Wow.
Yeah. Born on Christmas Day 1984, which cricketer is England's highest Test run scorer?
Alistair Cook.
Yeah.
Sure.
Who defeated Sweden over Christmas to win the 1986 Davis Cup final? Obviously, these are Christmas questions.
Ooh.
USA?
No.
Whoever Djokovic plays for, Croatia.
No, 1986.
Australia?
Yeah, big down under, Australia. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Doesn't mention it in his Wikipedia entry about first and last century.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll research.
Which famous British football manager's playing career was finished after an injury on Boxing Day 1962?
Brian Clough.
Aye, Brian Clough.
Yeah.
Who got sacked on Christmas Eve?
Oh, we've sacked two managers on Christmas
Derek
Eve.
Dooley.
The great Derek Dooley.
Derek Dooley and Carvalho.
Oh, of course, I've forgotten that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's? I'll just put one. A snooker player who's played at the Crucible is the son of which Liverpool footballer? From quite a way back, but you probably know him. Liverpool footballer, and his son played snooker at the Crucible.
Yates.
Yeah. Chris Lawler.
Oh, fancy that.
Yeah. I can't remember. Can't remember the lad's name now. Doug. Can't remember, but yeah, Chris Lawler's son.
That's interesting.
You know that. Have you got another one, John? Quick one.
No.
Which horse on Boxing Day 2011 became the first to win the King George VI chase on 5 occasions?
Tesadoki.
Just let me check the answer. No, sorry,
No.
Dave.
It used to win on Boxing Day.
Yeah. Kauto Star. K-A-U-T-O.
Star.
Yeah, right. We're less than a minute, chaps, so we'll wrap this one up and we'll get Dave cracking, assuming he can get back in. So we'll see you shortly. See you.
Okay.
Right for now.